these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better.
On my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors, and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better.
Yeah. Better when I wanna get better. Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Let the past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you
finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm worn down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on to hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've loved, I've tried, no one told me when it wrong. Am I feeling all the feelings, or am I just going numb? Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice.
I tried everything I thought that I may need. I've been trying to catch my breath since I was 17. I've hurt, I've cried, and way too much to drink, but I won't let my life drown in that old kitchen sink. Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. So don't blink twice. Time flies, so don't blink twice. Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice.
Time flies, so don't blink twice.
The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll see Waddle in motion left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Achane. They'll hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Here's Horton. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, where he proved that last season was no fluke.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here goes set. Set.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Finding It's Smith and Jigba downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here we go, set.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 33 yards. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 63 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there. Now a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Walker now on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back up. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Brings up second and 18 at the 47-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, get set.
Hill going to go in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Washington with a catch. Middle of the field. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Achane on first and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Go ahead.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Looking to put a drive together. After the interception, here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. From the 41, he was second and a couple.
At the 41-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. He stiff arms him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Miami set to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Dancing to his left. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
It's a gain play. That's good play, Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
There's no rest to shut it down. Whenever I get your money up, believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Ready.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Go ahead.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applying the heat.
Brings up 3rd down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. There's a nice move. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Go, set.
Darnold now to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They're going to look to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. In motion right here, Washington. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Dolphins 7.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get set.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
2nd and 16 at the 35-yard line.
Hill going to go in motion right. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Tua sets up to pass it. Got an open man. It's Washington.
Complete to Malik Washington.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Down to the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Go ahead.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Washington's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, he's got to throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll run for it with Achane. Bust through the tackle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
All right, go ahead, go.
In motion, Hill. On 1st down, back to Achane. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Tua. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Sam Darnold going to lead his offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this 1st half, as he'll try again on 1st down here. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12. And the Seahawks first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We're going to sack.
Now it's Darnold. Going up top for Cup. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Running left is Walker. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ready.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
26-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Tua to throw again. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Achane on the counter. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Ready. Out.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Reek Willen in on the stop.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go ahead.
On the handoff, it's H.M. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And will be intercepted. Picked up by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Powering forward. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Cobb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Gets around him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something is just wrong with the ball or the wind.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 27.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. On the slant, he finds Washington. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a gain of 8.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go. Achane. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Oh, good move. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. Sticking with Walker on second down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All right, come on.
They'll give this to a champ. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Uchenna Nwosu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Here's Horton. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Somebody gotta do it. I mean, somebody gotta do it. I tell you, watch do it.
Ready, team, with it.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
It's safe. Go ahead. Ready, team.
Here's Tua. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Here's 3rd down and 4.
Complete to Julian Hill. It's a gain of 6. Makes it.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
44. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Patterson's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. He's done his part, but so far it's been a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that, They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
Well, so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We're going to set.
Again, it's Walker. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Pushes past him. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So these 2 teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Strong running at the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
140 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
3rd and 12. Here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
A 51-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Go ahead.
In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. On play action, here's Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Tua going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Yeah, he's up in it after a gain of 4, up to the 25-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Here's Darnold. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jared Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 46-yard line.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 24-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
Here we go, set.
Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And bulldozing his way through. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To the air again, Darnold. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
First down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's the stiff arm. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Able to slither by. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 40.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Seahawks.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And it's a memorable catch because it's the single best reception performance in a game in league history.
How much fun has this been today for us, though, to watch this type of performance, Mr. Glue Fingers himself establishing a brand new record in the NFL.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 37 yards. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 24. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And they'll go right back to Wright. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. DeMarcus Lawrence giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
This is brought in at the 21. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not.
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 171 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First down.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Straight ahead, Walker. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Tua going to give this to Wright. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Miami, it's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
There's a reason that our linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another Dolphins
44.
First down. 1st and 10.
Here's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, go.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
2nd and goal.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Uchenna-Nwosu. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the second half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially their offense, and takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They've got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And running with power here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. There's Charbonnet once again. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Darnold now to throw. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here now, 3rd and a yard. To throw is Darnold. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the interception, here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Go side.
Here's Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. How about the safety? Minka Fitzpatrick swooping in for the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Eric Saubert, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and blow.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now it's Darnold. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. DeMarcus Lawrence. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Back to throw, Darnold. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Darnold on the move to his left. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Miami set to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
To throw is Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ochinowosu in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
To the right side, incomplete to Washington. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense and make sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Shoves him aside. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp making their way back out. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Play action. It's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Darnold. They'll get this one to Kupp complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Again, Darnold. We'll get that to Charbonnet. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Now Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here's Wilson to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They go play action now. Wilson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Wilson. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now it's Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. To throw again is Wilson. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's right. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he stopped immediately there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
We'll throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 4. A play fake, and it's Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 1. Faking the give, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 16, 2:11 to go. They're down to one timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
For a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 29-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 1st down. Here's Wilson. That'll be caught by Hill. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks 11-yard line.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Ready? 19.
Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that
deficit stays right where it is. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.